Although the NBA is currently shut down, NBA teams are still looking towards the future and especially potential free agents for next year if this NBA year is lost. The Lakers will be one of the biggest losers if this NBA season is not continued as LeBron is getting older, and a deep playoff run likely would have helped Anthony Davis's future as a Laker. Regardless, they will likely be contenders again next year with LeBron back, as well as Anthony Davis more than likely returning on a max contract. Though that doesn't mean all of their current team will be returning next year, as not many are signed through 2021. The 2020 free agent class isn't full of stars, but that's not what the Lakers are looking for anyway. They will be looking to add more productive, complementary players to put around LeBron and AD with the little money they have left out to give. That means options like Demar Derozan, Gordon Hayward, Fred VanVleet, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and other top-tier younger free agents aren't worth considering anyway. With that, here are 5 realistic free agent options for the Lakers to go after with the money they'll have whenever free agency does begin. At number 5, we got DeMarcus Cousins. After back-to-back years of career-altering Achilles and knee injuries, he likely won't be the player he was before, though he is already comfortable with the Laker team after spending a lot of time with them this year, and he has a good track record while playing with AD in New Orleans. It wouldn't be a bad idea for the Lakers to bring him back on another minimum contract deal, especially if they are unable to bring back Dwight Howard next year. He'd fit their floor spacing offense well, and AD can hide his defensive inability. There really aren't any other better options available at center anyway that could be had for a minimum contract. At number 4, we got Markieff Morris. The Lakers signed Markieff before the NBA got shut down, and in their final few games before the shutdown, he started to get comfortable in his role. He wasn't shooting the 40% from 3 like he was in Detroit, but he was a great small ball power forward next to Anthony Davis while playing against the Clippers and Milwaukee. He's underrated defensively and is a very tough player who fits well on the Laker team. Markieff enjoys doing the dirty work and provides a lot of lineup versatility for Coach Vogel to work with. His brother Marcus will also be a free agent, but Markieff won't demand as much money and has already shown to be a good fit next to AD and LeBron. I think he will be a good option to bring back as a free agent and one they should consider. Now on to number 3, we got Marc Gasol. Marc likely won't be leaving Toronto as he won a championship there in 2019, but if he does decide he wants to change, the Lakers may be a good fit. Now 35 years old and with a bit of recent injury concern, he likely won't demand a big contract and would be a realistic option for LA as he will want to play for a contender. He'd be a great fit next to Anthony Davis while being able to space the floor, and he'd only improve their team on the defensive end as a former Defensive Player of the Year. Again, he likely won't be leaving Toronto, but if he gives any indication that he will, the Lakers should definitely look into it. At number 2, we got Jordan Clarkson. Many Laker fans remember him from his days as a Laker a few years ago, though since then he's really established himself as one of the most dynamic backup scoring guards in the league. He will bring what the Lakers really have lacked this year, which is a dynamic scoring option off the bench when LeBron and AD are resting. He also knows the organization well, and fans would love to see him back. I think he'd be a great fit, and although he may demand a little more money than the previous options on this list, the Lakers still may be able to afford him if he prioritizes going to a winning team or playing in LA again. Before we get to the number 1 pick on my list, a few honorable mentions that are worth looking into and are affordable are Davis Bertans, Jay Crowder, Jeff Teague, Reggie Jackson, and Kent Bazemore. And finally, at the number 1 spot, I got Goran Dragic. Although still being a very productive player with the Miami Heat the past few years, Dragic will be 35 next year and likely won't be offered a lot of money. For this reason, the Lakers should look into him as they could use an upgrade at backup point guard over Rondo with a player like Dragic who can shoot consistently from 3 and be a playmaker. He isn't a great defensive player, but the great offensive production he still gives at this point in his career is enough reason to try and get him to LA. At this point, he may want to play for a championship contender, and taking a discount to play with the Lakers isn't unrealistic. And with that, those are the top 5 realistic early free agent ideas I have for the Lakers. With the shutdown, we don't know exactly when or if the NBA will resume this year, so focusing on next year may be a good idea. The number 1 priority for the Lakers will of course be Anthony Davis, but as long as he comes back, filling up the team with more valuable role players is next in line. Other than the names I mentioned, what free agents do you think they should sign to improve the team? Would you change my list at all? Leave a comment down below on a realistic free agent you want to see in the purple and gold next year. And if you enjoyed the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you for watching.